Well, thank you very much. And can I just start by thanking those that work here, put more money in your pocket, which is, I think, the thing that most people are most concerned about. That's what drives me. But you can't say that about Nigel Farage. I mean, this is the man who said that Jaguar Land Rover deserve, his word, to go bust. And that's the question you have to ask about Nigel Farage. Can you trust him? Can you trust him with your future? Can you trust him with your jobs? Can you trust him with your mortgages, your pensions, your bills? And he gave the answer on Tuesday, a resounding no. He set out economic plans that contained billions upon billions of completely unfunded spending. Precisely the sort of irresponsible splurge that sent your mortgage cost, your bills, and the cost of living through the roof. And unlike Nigel Farage, I know what it's like growing up in a cost of living crisis. I know what it's like when your family can't pay the bills, when you fear the postman and the bills that may be brought. Immigration falling, breakfast clubs in every school, an investment in infrastructure right across the country. The biggest levelling up of workers' rights in a generation, and a massive cash injection in our public services without making working people pay. Nigel Farage stands for none of this. He literally voted against it, against sick pay for working people, against fire and rehire, against cutting fuel duty. And now he wants to blow up the economy all over again. But we won't let him. We will deliver our plan for change, and we will do so precisely because we protect our economy. That is the path to change, and that is what Labour will deliver. Our public services shot through. Our job was to pick that up and turn it around, and that involved tough decisions. But we did that because we knew that the foundation of economic stability is the single most important thing. I vowed that people would never be put through the Liz Truss experiment ever again. And the reason I'm speaking out today in relation to Nigel Farage is precisely because that's what the policies he outlined this week risk for our country.
Nigel Farage has 5 MPs, you've got 403. Are you panicking because Reform is so far ahead in the polls, it seems? Is he living rent-free in your brain? You went to a state school, your dad worked in a factory, your mum worked in the NHS. So why has a public school-educated former city trader got more in common with the Red Wall than you have?
Well, I've set out my divide. I think the single most important thing is to make sure we stabilise our economy and build on that strong foundation the future of our country. And that is what we're doing. And we're seeing the early signs of that. Growth is up, the highest in the G7 this year. Interest rates have come down 4 times. So we're beginning to show what happens when you stabilise the economy. And I want to protect working people from Nigel Farage because I want to protect them from what he will do, which is exactly the same as Liz Truss, which will have a direct impact on their lives. And in relation to the second part of your question, I don't need lectures from Nigel Farage on what it means to be working and working people. I know what it means to work 10 hours a day in a factory 5 days a week. And I know that because that is what my dad did every single working day of his life. And that's what I grew up with. So I don't need lessons from Nigel Farage about the issues that matter most to working people in this country. Thank you, Chris.